And we're
There we
live.
go.
New York Vinny,
There we
Michael
go,
Knight,
Mike.
Mikey and Vinny take on the world. Good morning, Vinny. Good morning, Monday, Monday, Monday. It's a
Good
morose
morning,
Monday.
Mikey. Yes, Mikey in Pasadena, me up here in Washington, and together we look at the things that happened and try to make some sense out of it. And I got to tell you, Mikey, that is getting a lot harder. First of all, I do want to
Nobody
show
wants
you.
that. Nobody wants that job.
No, nobody wants that job, but this will bring a add a little bit of a twinge to your heart, I think, as we take a look at what's going on right out my back door.
Ooh, big flakes.
Yes, the much advertised, the much talked about snow has made its way to our beautiful Edmonds and most of northern Washington, and
That's really coming down.
yeah, it is attacking us. We are being attacked by snow. Donald Trump has put a tariff on the snow, and so we're supposed to be getting 20% less snow
No
because it is
Canadian
coming from
snow.
Canada. So we're not sure how we're going to pay that, how that's going to come. But I'm not going. The
I
government
know
of
how.
Canada is going to have to pay for this.
I know how to pay for it. You pay for it by selling fentanyl.
I look at it this. I guess I'd rather sell cocaine. No,
Well, as William Burroughs said, he hated cocaine because it was the only drug that he had encountered that you wanted more of after you've had some.
let me think about that. I don't know that to be true. To be honest with you, I mean, but everybody's different. Everybody's
Different.
metabolism feels different about elements introduced into the body.
Well,
Uh,
The Mexican president's metabolism was so that she pleased Donald Trump by saying she was going to send 10,000 soldiers to the border. She didn't say what they were going to do when they got there, or if they were going to cross over and suddenly be American soldiers, or what the deal is. And so Canada is going to have to send 10,000 or more to their border to stop all the Canadians from streaming in and committing crimes in America.
I don't know that Canada has 10,000 soldiers, do they? I don't know that
I,
Mexico has 10,000 soldiers.
well, if they don't, who's going to know? Not Donald
Yeah, I
Trump.
mean, you dress some people up in a uniform, and reality is no, no. It's not like you're going to be shooting at anybody.
No. Papers,
You just
papers.
got to stand there, and then some belong in 12 hours and relieves you and said, "Okay, now you stand there."
They could round up Americans and bring them to the border.
They could do that. They could go after Americans that are living in Mexico, of which there are a large number, and put them standing there.
Remember,
You,
he used to just
uh,
say, "We're going to drive to Mexico. We're going to surf, eat fish on the beach, have fun with the locals. Come home tonight. We'll be back in San Diego. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight." Those days are gone.
it's really, boy, what a mess. I mean, we keep every day brings a new surprise.
I just saw by glancing at my phone that Marco Rubio says that he's now the acting head of USAID, the agency that Leon Mux shut down over the weekend and sent everybody home. Now they have a new director, and apparently he's the only guy in the building. Marco Rubio is just knocking around all by himself. Can't get a pizza
well,
delivered. There's nobody to get to the door.
if he can do a job, if he can do the job, I mean, it's going to take years to repair this damage, man. Now, maybe here's the thing, Mikey. It's so hard to know. Now, I don't know the intricacies of these agencies. I don't think they do either. I don't think there's been a lot of studies done on intricacies and what. Maybe the USAID is a bloated thing, but it seems to me to be a very important thing because
Well,
it
first let's find
puts
out
us in
if Tesla
contact with
Motors
people.
Is Tesla Motors a bloated company that needs to be shut down? Let's
Uh,
start there.
Probably, yeah,
SpaceX, are they wasting any American money? Blowing up their missiles over the
probably, yeah,
Caribbean? Shut that down.
yeah. Uh,
Trump
it's the
University,
whole thing.
Trump
You gotta
steaks,
take care of your own yard.
Trump Bibles, Trump shoes. Are they wasting any money in their manufacture of terrible gold sneakers? Shut them down.
Yeah, but see, this is the way that Leon and the boys can shut things down without having to shut their own stuff. Their own stuff.
Oh no, 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 nothing to do with their private operations.
No, first of all, I don't know how in the world you can somebody with the influence of some. Let me go back. I don't know how you can let somebody who has government contracts, who gets paid by the government, control or have anything to say about anything monetarily with the government. I mean, it's conflict of interest, but they're not caring.
Well, he
They
does such a nice salute.
clearly don't care.
He does that cute little German salute thing.
Yeah, yeah. Pure, purely or clearly, I should say. Boy, I can't even talk this morning. Clearly, he's got a little buddy who has a lot of money and agrees with him. Matter of fact, a few little buddies, according to these tech guys, and they agree with him. Now, again, I think the way that you keep peace with people is just to treat them nicely. When you are a country that's enjoyed the riches that we have in America,
Treat your
you
neighbors
treat
like
these
neighbors.
people nicely. You clean their water and you help them become functioning nations. And if you do that, the chances are less they're going to hate you. Chances are less they're going to attack you. Chances are less that they're going to badmouth you. But that doesn't seem to be the view of this current administration.
They don't want any of those things. They want them to fear them and to tremble at the mention of their name.
Yeah, and I don't know that fear, that kind of fear, accomplishes anything.
Well, people that are afraid are hateful.
Well, they certainly take out their anger on other people
There you
or
go.
your people.
There you go. Right
I
at the
mean, last
door.
night in Toronto, I don't know if you saw the singing of the national anthem, but
The
it
rap
wasn't
door.
pretty.
No, they
They
don't want
booed
it.
they booed it,
Yep. And they boo it every game now. It's a tradition.
and they booed it. And then when "O Canada" came up, it was sung with one voice. It was a pretty amazing thing to see. Now these are the people that generally love us.
That used to
These
be
are
the
our
way it was.
friends.
Well, we don't know how to treat them like friends. We don't treat we treat them like adversaries.
And I
And the Raptors ain't gonna go for that. Ain't gonna go for that.
no, I'm going to go on now with all of these hockey teams, and it's easy to say, well, let them boo us, let them do this, let them do that. I don't give a damn. You got to give a damn.
When did the NBA start booing the national anthem?
I, I don't know that I've ever heard it. Well, no, I take that back. I have heard it booed at certain points in time.
In the basketball game?
Those disturbed me. It disturbed me last because it's a friendship that's on the fritz at the moment, and
Oh
once it
yeah.
gets it's caused by somebody acting in my name or in your name or in our name without our consent.
Making enemies is hand over fist.
And we're going to come to a point where we're going to be the ugly American again,
Oh, we're past that.
and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Now, I spoke to somebody over the weekend who seems to believe that the best way to do anything about this to pick up the phone and let your elected representatives know that you have displeasure with it.
Think I should call Adam Schiff?
Well, it wouldn't. I don't see where it could do any harm. I don't
No.
see where getting pounded with a large number of calls from people saying we don't like this would hurt anything. I just don't think it's going to help anything. I don't think that I think if you have a Republican legislator and you don't like it and you open up a floodgate on your phones, that might be a little bit different. I wonder how many Americans agree with what's going on with Canada and Mexico.
Well, according to the polling, he's in the negative all the way across the board.
I just think it's horrible. I think it's a gross misrepresentation of what we're all about.
I think the people who know are following the fact that this is an action of Trump, not of the United States.
Well, if that's the case, why did they boo us last night? I mean, I know
Well,
they're doing Trump more than us, or at least that's what I like to think and believe.
well,
But
did anybody in the House of Representatives step in to say this is wrong? Did anybody in the U.S. Senate step in to say this is wrong? Did anybody in the Supreme Court say
I
this is wrong?
I don't know if you've seen anybody. I think a lot of people have, mostly Democrats. I haven't seen many Republicans standing up.
Well, you're right about that, but it's the Republicans who have the White House, the House, the Senate, and the courts. They've got them all. And
Right,
they are silent. They're silent.
right, and they're not going to risk going up against Trump.
That's true.
They're not going to do it. They already have seen that it's not worth it.
Same thing happened with Stalin. Until he died on his couch from a heart attack, nobody would stand against him. Until Hitler took his own life, no one would stand against him.
Well, Hitler had people that were against him, and he tried to assassinate him, I guess, a couple of times.
Well, they were in the rank and file, but they were none of his
But
close supporters.
yeah, population in Germany bought into the fact. It seemed to buy into the fact
Right
that
to
this
the
was
end.
going to be the dawn of a new age for Germany. That Germany was
Thousand-year
going to be
Reich,
one in the world.
number one with a bullet number one with many bullets for 1,000 years.
Yeah, they were going to make Germany great again.
That's what they were going to do
And I don't know that worked quite the way they thought it was
with a
gonna.
self-sustaining lifetime contract.
If it would have been for the help of Americans, they'd still be cleaning up bricks over there.
True enough.
I mean,
I
there
got
was a lot of
a
bricks.
big cat is thinking about launching himself onto my lap. Come on, big cat.
Oh, there you go.
I got a 26-pounder here.
Well, you'll know it if they launch themselves into your lap.
Come on. Ah, he's here. Ah,
Yeah, that's quite a weight to take on.
there you go.
Man, look at the size of that thing.
He's a big cat.
That's
He's a
a
dog.
huge kitty.
Now he's making biscuits.
Does he eat steak?
He doesn't eat much at all. His brother, who's skinny as a rail, demands all the food. Say hello, Tomas. There you go.
Tomas, what's up?
We call him Tomas because he's polydactyl. I would show you his feet, but he's standing on them, and he needs them. He needs them desperately with his girth.
I don't know. You might have to get him a set of wheels at some point.
We're going to get him a gift certificate for his birthday. He can get what he wants.
Get him a Tesla.
Oh, no. No, please.
Yeah, get him a
Please.
Tesla.
Oh, Leon, I don't want my cat driving a Tesla.
I'm sure the kitty would love that. It's got the cat eyes in the front. It's yeah. So now you sit back and you wait for what the hell's he going to do this week. Put that
He's
little
going to ruin
caption under
something.
my name. All right, what did he
So,
do today? On, I think,
yeah.
the day after the inauguration. And I haven't had to move it yet because it seems like he's coming up with something every day.
Every damn day.
And
Why should a cat on my lap make me laugh? I don't understand it.
good. You know what? We need some humor. Everybody's too afraid to be funny right now.
It's right. Nobody thinks this would be the right time to crack a joke because it's also grim.
Yeah, I mean, the only ones that are really putting humor out there right now, are Jimmy Kimmel and Colbert to a bit of a lesser extent, but
At least it's not funny.
yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could be it. Kimmel seems to have better writers,
Yeah.
and it's I just boy oh boy, you just sit back and wonder what's going to change this week. It's going to be different this week. What website is going to go down? What part of our government is
It's
going
going
to?
to just be a blank screen.
Yeah, uh, what group of people are going to be hurt this
Well,
week?
General's portrait will be taken away in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So, and that's, and you know, this for a second, let's not talk about immigration. Let's just talk about just the general running of the country.
I mean, like the intelligence services, 19 of them that report to someone who's never had a job in intelligence.
Yeah, like somebody who is probably, I'm not in the intelligence community, but I would think that there are a lot of running for their lives right now. If you are somebody who is somebody in a country we need to be informed on, that
Like
we
the
need
double
to know
agents
what's
over there.
going on.
Yeah.
And you hear or know, or the rumor goes around that Leon has a carte blanche to go into the files and look at your name and see who
And
you are.
all the secrets that are involved with your background.
Right? Does it make a lot of sense for you to keep giving people secrets? You're doing an exit strategy. You're trying to figure out how do I get here?
How do I get to Slovakia in a hurry? I got to get
Yeah.
over the border.
What's the closest country where they're not going to not going to cut me up and quarter me? That's Slovakia. So that's it. But it's a fantasy land. So I
You're
don't know
saying
where.
Slovakia is not real?
Well, if you want it to be.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's a real place if you want it to be.
How
You
big
know,
are their
just like
cats? Are they bigger than this one?
they have huge cats. They have dinosaur-sized cats.
Tyrannosaurus cat.
Tyrannosaurus felinus. Huge cats. Nashville cats.
Ooh, play as clean as country water.
Yeah, 1,652 of them. But so I always say, well, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. And I guess you really have to make a decision whether you are going to buckle down and oppose this stuff and try to be somebody who's going to explain it to people and somebody who's going to try to put it out, or you're going to be somebody with their hands and says, well, I don't care, let them do what they want to do.
Or you just miss 2 weeks and they say, "What happened to that guy that was messing everything up?" Oh, he stepped in it and he's out. Oh, that took care of itself.
Well, it's not going to take care of itself. I mean, it's going to lead to at some point, I don't know when and I don't know how, but at some point it's going to lead to some serious problems here.
Like plane clashes, maybe.
And we've replaced our allies, Mexico and Canada, with our new friends, China and Russia.
Don't forget Panama, Greenland, Denmark.
Right.
all the other countries that are waiting for our attack.
I mean, like we talked about last week in Greenland, they're trying to enlist the French to come up there and protect them.
Come on, bring your croissants. And don't forget the croissants.
Yeah, so it's whacked out. Uh that the only thing you can do right now is just keep an eye on what's going on and hope that by 2028, excuse me, 26,
That we're still here.
that there are enough people and there's enough of it left that we can, at least vote to get a counter to put Democrats back in control of the House and the Senate.
That would be nice.
But they got to stand up and do something. They got to stand up and talk to people and explain to why their vision is going to make it better.
And explain to the Republicans, this is your vision. This is what you voted for. This is what you dreamed of. This is what you got. Now, it doesn't work. It's a chaotic mess. It's a dump. It's a swamp. It's a terrible, terrible state of affairs. We've lost our government. This is what you brought about. Now, we ask for you to return to sanity and sensible governance.
Yeah, I mean, the Democrats better come up with some very decent, very smart, very brave centrist candidates who will at least be able to articulate a vision of America where we're not living in fear, where we're not wondering what's going on week to week, day to day, where we're able to have some solidity in our government.
How about treat your president like you would your new quarterback? If you get a new quarterback and his name is Russell Wilson and he's playing for the Denver Broncos, he can't pass, he can't run, and he can't get away. Stop saying that it's not his fault. Stop telling me that he's a kidder, that he was just kidding when he threw that interception. Don't tell me that he was confused and it was somebody else. It was the coach's fault. It was fentanyl's fault. It was the Mexican's fault that he dropped the ball in the backfield. Treat your president like he's your new quarterback. If he can't perform, no excuses, no strange talk about his motivation. Just get him out of there.
Well, it's going to take a lot of people being brave, Michael. It's going to take a lot of people who are willing to stand up. And I think there's going to be a lot more fear around because the people that stood up to Trump the last time basically crushed. The Liz Cheney's, the Adam Kinzinger's, the people that stood up, the Mark Millies
Paid for it.
are paying a price among both the. I forgot that snow was cold. You tend to forget that sometimes when you don't see it all the time.
You know what I saw when you showed me the scene of the snow? I didn't see snow. I saw ice. I saw the terrible, terrible product of Mother Nature called ice.
It's
Oh,
cold, very
Oh
cold.
God, you go down in such a hurry when you're on the ice.
Oh man, I'm a slip and fall victim as it is when the ice is out there. I mean, I got to find cleats for my cane.
Well,
But
I've gone down with cleats on too.
yeah, yeah. But I will say that the minute I got into the car, my driving, you never lose the driving component.
You can tell how your wheels are on the road when there's ice and snow. Whoa,
Yeah,
we're not quite on the road here.
yeah. There always seems to be a way that you can that thing of breaks and leaving the room and everything. It never kind of leaves you. I don't think. As much as people will say, well, I've been out here 40 years, I've forgotten how to drive on ice and snow.
Oh no,
Don't forget it. It comes back to you.
you'll
At
pick
least
it
for
up.
me, it does.
You'll pick it up before you get to Dick's.
But boy, the streets were empty this morning, man. I went out for my coffee, and
No way,
Aurora
no
Avenue
line.
was nobody out there.
Well, you went out for the right thing. Coffee,
Yeah,
coffee.
which I like. I really enjoy when people, when people stay off the roads. Now they've tried that with this congestion icing in New York. After a month, I don't know if the results are much you can rely on, but
The downtown traffic.
yeah, it doesn't seem to be lightening traffic up as much.
People are
People
just paying the
aren't
fine.
abandoning their cars and jumping on the subways and the buses as they had hoped.
Well,
It was something that they were hoping would happen, but I don't know. But I think it's going to take a while
what's the
before
daily
that.
charge to go to Midtown?
I think it's $9.
Oh, that's not bad. They're just building. They're just building that into their budget.
Yeah, it's $9 each time you go out and you come in. I think if you're a taxi or a transportation of some kind, you get a break. Maybe you only have to pay once going in and coming out, going and coming out. Uh, there's different components to it, but still $9 a day, $45 a week.
Does that
If you're
include Trump Tower?
Does that include Trump Tower?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess it does.
I'd like to see them overcharged till the
I mean,
fentanyl stops.
not many people have. I don't know that a lot of people go by Trump Tower, or if they can help.
This cat may be big, but he's hot too, Vinny. I'm verklempt. I'm starting to. I got the radiant heating going. Help me, help me.
A lot of cat, man.
I know. Hell of a lot of cat.
That's a cat. That's a large cat.
It's a cat the size of a dog.
That's it. That's something. That's something. You know, you have to love him.
They don't give you much choice.
Yeah, at that weight, he goes back and charges at you. He's gonna knock you down. So keep them happy and warm in your lap there.
Nine
But
dollars to take this cat into Midtown.
they probably charge you extra. They probably charge you for two axles. He's probably a $40 cat or a $30
If he
cat.
doesn't have, if he doesn't have an extra axle, he should have one. So that'll be $18.
But I think that as long as you brought it up, I think that other cities are looking at it, and I think if it works in New York, I don't think it'll be long until you see it in Chicago and in Los Angeles and in other major metropolitan areas because it accomplishes two things. It cuts down on the number of cars that go into a city, into a certain area in the city, and it raises money for. Now in New York, they're saying that you're going to use the money for mass transit to improve transit systems, to have more bus lanes, to have more bus rapid transit routes, and things like that.
Cops on the
Now,
subway.
I don't know. Again, with the um, transportation situation, of course, under review by the new administration, I don't know how much federal matching money that they're going to get for what they raise through the um, the different grants,
Well, that's up to
the
that's up to
uh,
Leon Musk.
fees.
That's up to Leon. He's working on it.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, everything is up to Leon. I mean, I hope not, or his buddy. Although, see, the one thing you know about Leon is that he's going to do something to piss Trump off.
Oh, he's already done it just by being around, just by getting headlines.
He's going to do something that's going to piss Trump off, and then he's
You
going to
won't
be
be,
gone.
you won't be able
All
to
of
get
a
a
sudden, his codes won't work to get into the White House.
Teslas will be confiscated by the Marines all over the country.
I mean, it's an eventuality. It's happened with everybody that's worked for him. There's only certain little rats that have been able, like Stephen Miller, that have been able to survive.
What a creature he is.
And unfortunately, or fortunately, that's what the one thing you can rely on. I mean, even his kids aren't around, which makes me kind of suspicious
Get
that we
out, get
haven't
out.
seen Uday and Kusei much.
The knives are out. They're staying away.
You know, we haven't seen. You haven't seen Jared. You haven't seen the number of his family that you saw in the first administration.
That you saw. You haven't seen anybody since Inauguration Day. They've all gone back to the den. They're in the den.
They've all scattered, and so you wonder what's the grand plan. I mean, is there something before he brings them all back? Because
Well, they say
he's going to bring them back.
so you hear the way Dad's talking. He's not going to last long. And you know what he's like when he's like this. It's going to break, and the jig is going to be up. 25th Amendment. He'll be removed from office.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't know that that's going to happen, Michael. I don't know that
I
they're
mean,
going to.
he's gonna flip out, freak out, and lose his composure.
I don't. I don't. I mean, you don't call what's happened the last 2 weeks a flip out.
To the extent that no one knows what's going on, it is a flip out. You can't ask anybody, what did that order mean? When does that take effect? Does it mean everything? Did you say what you meant, or did you just somebody write this in
I mean,
in
that's
AI?
I mean, that's the whole premise of the United States, right? Is that we had laws, and those laws were obeyed, and there was a stability to everything that was going on. You know, if you made a contract with somebody, that contract was going to be kept, or else it would be there are consequences to pay. What you've done now is you've made a guy who never kept a contract in his life president. He has no regard for the law. He has no regard for
Or his
um,
word,
everything.
or anything.
If one of his pals, one of his lackeys, are driving down the street and they see your house and they want, they're going to figure out a way to get it,
You wake up in Greenland.
and no law is going to stop them. Now I know it's an extreme example, but that's what's going on. And business relationships in this country are standing in a world with other countries are that way because people believed in what we said. They believed that if we said something was going to happen, it would happen. If we entered into an agreement with somebody, we were going to fulfill the agreement. If we entered into a treaty with a country, we were going to fulfill that treaty, right?
Those are the days.
Maybe every once in a while there'd be, but if we did something, whether we screwed it up, we would stand by it. We would guarantee it. And right now, the government doesn't feel like there's any guarantees.
Whatever we say today will change tonight, and it'll be different tomorrow.
Right. We're in the Paris Climate Accords. We're out of the Paris Climate Accords. We're in this. We're out of it. We're in this. I mean, you can't operate like that.
Or I'm calling a 25% tariff on Mexico. Wait a minute. I spoke with the president. She was nice to me. So I'm skipping it for 30 days. If she's still nice to me after 30 days, we'll see.
Yeah.
We had a very friendly conversation.
You couldn't have not caused all this and all of this hurt and all of these bad feelings
You couldn't have talked to her first.
You couldn't have sat down and done this behind closed doors so that people wouldn't be flipping out
And then
and
he
booing the national anthem in Toronto.
and he tells on the president, "I just got off the phone. You want to know what we talked about? It was secret. Here's what she said."
Now, that's another thing. You can't talk to this guy about anything and expect it to be a secret. So those are the things you're up against, Mikey.
And it took all day long on the cops to back him up, but Leon Musk finally accessed all the secret files of the USA aid, all the uh, all the elements of their operation that were classified. He got into them.
He'll be running things until he's not anymore. Until he crosses Trump in some shape, manner, or form,
He'll become Paulie. You ain't gonna see Paulie around here no more.
and that his combination doesn't work in White House lock anymore. That's what you are. That's basically what you're going to see.
Trump will nationalize X. Can't let him have it. Too powerful. Nationalize it. I claim this X for the U.S. government.
Yeah, he's you want to see those. Well, I guess that's Bezos that's bringing the astronauts home. You want to see him
No,
come home?
it's not Bezos. It's Leon that's bringing him home.
Is it Leon that's bringing him home? For some reason,
Yeah.
I thought it was Blue Origin, but I guess it's SpaceX. So yeah, well, you want to see them? You want to see them astronauts come home? And why the hell is it taking so long?
Ain't gonna go until I get till the price is right. You want those astronauts back? Price has got to be right. Price ain't right yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Is it? That would be yeah, that's another screw up. You know, Hey, I'm not saying the government isn't screwed up. I'm not saying that everything is hunky dory. There's things that have to be looked at, have to be reviewed.
But with these characters in Washington, it'd be nice to have the FBI, and we don't have an FBI anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the mafia tried for 30 years to get rid of him, 40 years to get rid of him. Trump has
Who
gotten rid of
knew?
him in one term,
Who
two
knew?
2 weeks. There's a bunch of demoralized people for you.
Bunch of armed, demoralized people. That's not a good idea.
Armed demoralized people is definitely not a good idea. But those in every city in America.
But they don't wear those gray suits. Where do they get them? Where the hell
At
do
the
you get these
FBI
suits?
company store.
At the FBI gift shop.
I wonder if the,
The FBI gift shop? Oh, yeah.
I wonder if the, yeah, I wonder where the FBI gift shop is. I know that I was the other day for something, and I went online and looked at the CBS website, and they had a number of because they have 20 or 30 FBI shows on. They had a bunch of gifts like hats and cups and
So the only place to get an FBI T-shirt is on CBS. Their show called the FBI.
yeah, I
Like
think
a
this. Oh
historical
yeah, look at
fiction.
this. Yes, we have the FBI Experience gift shop. Okay, let's see.
Does anybody work in the gift shop anymore? Or were they all fired by Leon?
You can buy for 19.95 at Amazon.com. You can buy an FBI gift novelty badge, ID, and I don't know what that is. FBI card. It says. So you get that for 19.85. You can buy an FBI U.S. Special Agent badge, solid copper replica, for $49.99 from a place called Coin Souvenir.
But do they have
FBI
T-shirts?
agent sweatshirt for $23.99 on Etsy.
Is that a hoodie or not?
No hoodie on this one. So when you go to the FBI headquarters, you get to go to the FBI.
I would stay away from the headquarters with your brand new T-shirt.
Yeah, gift shop. Let's see. Visitors will have an opportunity to explore our gift shop located in the visitor center prior to starting their tour. Visitors should not expect to be able to return to the gift shop at the completion of their tour. Now, there's the stupidity of it right there. Why you should have the shop at the end of the tour.
And you can access the gift shop anytime you want and get a T-shirt and a phony badge.
Oh Lord. Let's see. Guns, ammunition, fireworks, electric stun guns, mace, martial arts weapons and devices, knives, or any pointed objects will not be permitted in the FBI headquarters.
So does that include a Papermate ballpoint pen?
Says pointed objects.
Well, that's my point. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess not. I guess if you have a pointed object, you probably shouldn't show up at the FBI experience.
And if you have an idea about a gift you want from the gift shop, buy it now because you'll never see it again.
Yeah, they have a. Let's see, what else do they have here? They have the White House gift, where I'll bet you
Buy a Trump Bible.
that you can buy a Trump Bible. The FBI mug you can buy for $19.95. And they have much cool stuff at the you can get special offers and gift ideas. President Trump first inauguration oath pen, $14.95. Ukraine mug. I guess they bought into the idea that he was going to end it in one day.
Marketing. Peace in Ukraine mug.
The Ukraine peace mug from the official White House gift shop. $24.95.
And is peace spelled Piece?
No. What else do we got here that you'd want for your collection, Michael? 2018 White House ornament with President Trump on it. The most famous president in American history. Collector's item. Donald J. Trump's first presidential administration year-end cyber sale. Never offered at this low price before. $145 for the boxed White House dot ornaments. Boy, I tell you, there's some. They are hawking some stuff here. They even have you can get a collection. You can get White House Easter eggs, Air Force One gifts. Wow.
Do they have a picture of Donald Trump swimming in the Potomac River at the site of the plane crash?
No, they don't. You can get an Air Force One presidential crew bomber flight style flight jacket in big and tall. Sale price $69.95. It's actually kind of a cool jacket.
Made in China. All that stuff's made in China.
Yeah, if you knew somebody, they have it in 8X.
Whoa. That's for Fetterman.
Yeah. Who actually was the subject of some consternation in this weekend because there are, who was it? Where did I see it? Somebody was upset that his shorts and
the
his
inauguration.
hoodie to the inauguration and in the Senate. They said that he should dress in a suit and a tie to go to these functions and to stay in the Senate. It's respectful of the Senate to dress up to go to work. That's the
Right.
part of the job is dressing. I don't know, in a certain way in a business attire to go to work.
If Bernie can wear a tie, so can Fetterman.
Yeah. I don't know if I disagree with that, actually. I mean, I like Fetterman. I think he's a smart guy.
He's
Slowed a little bit by his stroke, but I still think he's got good.
He's been showing signs of irritability and unreliability lately.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't bank on his getting reelect.
No, he's not a long-term solution to Pennsylvania's problems.
But I think that if he did want to run again, if he started showing up in, I mean, he doesn't have to wear a suit and a tie, but at least kind of business casual.
Well, when he is in a suit and tie, it looks like it's somebody else's. It just looks like somebody else's clothes.
I
Where'd you
wonder
get
if
that?
I wonder if he covered Sanzabel.
He's gotta. If he doesn't know Sanzabelt, he's just not trying.
See, there's a guy that could benefit from Sonny Sanzabel.
We had him paged in Vegas. Do you remember?
Yeah. Sonny Sanzabelt to the
White courtesy telephone, please.
we were nothing short of incorrigible in Vegas. I don't think Vegas has forgotten us yet. Certainly Bert Sugar didn't forget us life.
You filled it too full.
That was a trip, man. That was quite a trip. What did you think of the Grammys last night?
I loved Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga when they sang California Dreamin'.
It seemed like it was. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of it. I was engulfed in the season finale of the 90 Day Fiance.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah,
Oh
you
dear. Oh
gotta
dear
watch that
me.
crap. I mean that cleans my mind. That's like West Virginia. When I lived in Pittsburgh and I really felt bad about myself, I would drive to West Virginia
Feel all
and I
better.
would immediately start to feel good about myself again because I'd say at least I'm not living here.
I live in a place where they boo the national anthem.
And so when I watch 90 Day Fiance, I feel like
Everything's coming up
I'm
roses.
yeah, like God, my life is so much better than what these people are dealing with. So I don't know. All right, well, I would say that about covers everything.
We've booted the national anthem. We solved the trade deficit. We have determined that Spobaki may or may not be real, and the future of America is based on whether we attack Panama or not. If they don't give us back the canal, give it to us. There's going to be some heavy price to pay. So said Donald Trump.
Oh, there's yeah. I
He's going to send Marco Rubio down there with a slingshot.
yeah. The guy was called 2 years ago. He's called him Little Marco Rubio. Now he's sending him down to be blustery.
Hey, Marco, little Marco, get down to Panama. Where is it? I don't know. You'll find it. It's on the map.
Yeah. I think they'd be better off trying to come to some kind of deal with Cuba before it falls apart.
That's how we
That's
get
what they,
our.
that's what they should be concentrating on is Cuba's about to fall apart. What can we do to assure that we can build resorts and stuff down here?
Send the Marines to Guantanamo. That's what he did to get the cells ready.
Yeah, so let's send the the new prisoners down.
The new prisoners, they were yesterday doing your lawn in Chicago.
Relaxing at Guantanamo in a yard under a freeway. Oh, I don't think they have freeways in Guantanamo.
No, not that into the island.
Yeah, I think it ends at Santiago.
Bay of Pigs.
Uh, yeah. Well, it's before Santiago, I think. Uh, the Bay of Pigs. I've been to the Bay of Pigs Museum in in Cuba.
Did they have a
Which
gift shop?
yes, they do. As a matter of fact,
Then I'm in.
they do. Everything was too small, but I would have bought a Bay of Pigs T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had a gift shop. Oh my God!
Have
Yes,
a good
they.
day, Vinny.
All right, Mikey. What about we meet on Wednesday morning?
Wacky Wednesday, wouldn't miss it.
All right, sounds good, man. Good, man. So see you Wednesday morning at 10:10 if the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise.
The creek will not rise, I guarantee it. Marco Rubio's in charge of getting the creek to rise.
Well, if it rises over 3 feet, it's going to be over his head. All right. Peace, love, and Manischewitz, baby.
What a wine. See you, Vin.
Take care. Thank you all for listening, too. We always appreciate your participation in the show. Have a good one.
Thank you.